Okay, so have the group by class. In the group by class means all these minimum, maximum, some average count, any of them we are using. If you are using, we have to use the group by class mandatorily. Okay, so this group by class, these functions we will call as a aggregate function, or we can call as a group functions also. So by using this class select statement to combine the group of rows based on the values as a particular column or expressions. Whenever we implement group by class in select statement, then first grouping similar data based on the columns and later an aggregate functions will be execute on each group of data to produce the accurate result. So when we use group by, we must use the aggregate functions. This is minimum, maximum, sum, average, any of this function mandatorily we have to use. Okay, so that means whenever you are using these functions, you must use the group by class. Okay, so syntax is okay. So for this group by class, we have to use like this: select column name 1, comma column name 2, comma a number of columns, but here aggregate function name. At least one aggregate function name should be there. Then only you will use the group by class here. Okay, from table name, where class condition. This is the again optional. Where class condition is the optional here. But group by, whenever you are using the aggregate function in this select statement, group by class should be mandatory here. Group by column name 1, column name 2. So like this, a number of columns. Before this aggregate functions, how many columns are you mentioned here? These many column names you have to mention in the group by. Group by column name 1, comma, column name 2, comma, column name 3, like that. Okay. So suppose I want to display the department wise salaries, some of the salaries. Select the department number, comma, sum of salary from EMP. So what it will do? So when I use the department number, comma, sum of salary. So this is the column name and this is the aggregate function I'm using. From table name, when you execute this, what will happen? It will throw the error, not a single group function. Okay, so that means it is a group by function we are using here. So that we have to mention the group by clause here. Okay, group by DEPT number that we have to mention here. Then only it will work. Suppose after mentioning also group by class, so I got the data like this: department number 30, 20, 10, and sum of the salary. Department number wise salaries, total salaries, it is coming here. But I want in the some order, that is in the ascending order I want. So then I can use the order by class. Order by the EPT number. Okay. So order by DEPT number means here when you are using the order by, so there must be, you have to either use the ascending or descending. These are the keywords you have to use in the order by class. Ascending means in the from A to Z. Descending means Z to A. Like that. So means lower to higher, higher to lower. That we have to use by these keywords. By default, ascending will be considered. So if you are not mentioning anything in this here after the order by class, order by that column name, after that whether you mention ASC or DESA. So based on that, values will be displayed here. Suppose if it is a ascending order, then no need to mention this. Okay. Otherwise, you want to mention in the descending order, you must specify this keyword DESC. Then again, it will be 30, 20, 10 like this it is coming. Okay. So this order by class having the ascending or descending order. For the ascending order, no need to mention any keyword here. Simply you can mention the order by column name. Then it will be in the ascending order. But for the descending order, you must specify the DESA. So DESA we are using somewhere else also. Where we are using this DESA?
See the data table.
Yeah, data, this means column names. What are the column names and data type? To see that we are simply using the DESA table name. Okay, describe table name. That means we are getting the column informations here. Column information and data type information we are getting here. But when you are using along with the order by class, that is not the describe here. It will take it as a descending order. Okay, that you have to remember that. DESA means when you are using the separately, that is describe along with the order by class. When you are using the DESA means that is in the descending order. Okay, in the order by class we have the two options. One is ascending order or descending order. For the ascending order ASC, that is not mandated to mention. Anyway, it will take as a ascending order. If you give ASC or without ASC also, by default it will consider as a ascending order only. Okay. So here in the group by class, we are using this. Up to this is only group by class. Order by class is next class, that is optional only. Order by class is the optional, but for us, for the group by class, you must use the aggregate function in the select statement. So and compulsory you have to use the group by class here. Suppose I am not using this word, so only up to this I am using, then it is giving the information like this. Suppose without the aggregate function, can I use the group by? What it is throwing? It is throwing the error that is not a group by expression. So when you will use the group by class in the select statement, if any of these aggregate functions or group functions, when you are using any of these functions, that is minimum, maximum, sum, average, count in this, any of them if you are using, then you must use the group by class. Suppose department number, count star I am using. Then you can use the group by class here. So that means count star means in the each department, how many records are there, or else how many employees are there. For that, I am using the count star. Okay. Suppose if I mention the salary also, what will happen here? So in the group by class, how many columns are we are taking in the select statement before the aggregate function? These many columns you have to mention in the group by class also here. Then only you will take it. So see this, when I use the only department number comma count star, so within that department number, each department number, how many employees are there, that count is coming. But when I added salary column, so in this combination it will verify. So department number and salary combination. So if you see this here, 10, 5,000, 20, 2975, and here 20, 3,000. This is 2 times are there. Okay. And 30, 1250. This is the 2 times it is there in the table, so that it is giving numbers here. Whether it is a count, it is single or more than that. Okay. So on what basis it is giving? These two column name based. Okay. Suppose if it is only single column is there. So then within this department number, count star it is taking. So multiple columns are there means in this combination. So department number, salary. So department number 10, 5,000. This is the one combination. And department number 20, 3,000. This is the one combination. Within this combination, we have the 3,000 is salary for the two employees. If you want, you can check the table. Okay. So 3,000, here it is for cot and pod. We have the 3,000. And department number 20. Both are same here. That is the reason we got the 20, 3,000 and 2 like that. So same way 1250 it is there. 1250 two times are there within this department number 30. But remaining all are single only. So 1100 department number 20, 950 department number 30. So that it is giving the count as the only one here, if you see this. But from 3000 and 1250 remaining all combination are single only. So that means in the columns, if it is a more than same value is there or not, you can use this to find that you can use the group by class here. So write a query to find the number of employees working in each job. So this is my requirement. How will you use this? So write a query to find out number of employees working in each job. Select star from EMP. If I write what it will do, it will fetch all the employees. But I want only department job wise details. Then I can take the instead of the star, I will use the job. So and what is our requirement? Write a query to find out number of employees working in each job. Okay. To find the number of employees means I need count. So for that count star we have to use it here. Count star from EMP. So when you use the same count star, what it will throw? It will throw the error because so this is a aggregate function. You have to use the group by class mandatorily. Group by how many columns I have to mention here?
Job.
Only job column. Why? Because only one column it is there before the aggregate function here. Then clerk count is 4, salesman 4, president 1, manager 3, analyst 2. That means in this job category, so these many employees are working. Okay. Suppose here I want to put it in the order by class. Then you can use the order by. Here what I have to mention? Suppose if I mention order by employee number, it will work. It will throw the error. Why? Because the employee number column we have not taken in the select statement here. Okay. So when you are taking the select star means then order by, in the order by you can mention the all the column names, whatever column name you want you can mention. But here what is taken? Only job column is taken here. So for that you have to mention only that column name. So then it will work like this. Order by job means first alphabetical order. It is ACMPS. It is coming. Okay. So suppose instead of job column, I can mention another way also. Okay. That is order by 1. Order by 1 means so we are taking this. This is the column number 1. So that you can put it as a 1 also here like this. Suppose if you are taking multiple columns. Select employee number, comma, ename from EMP. So what will happen? So it is giving the employee number and ename details here. But in this I want some order. So then I can mention order by. Here, what columns I can take here?
EMP number.
EMP number I can take, and also ename also I can take. Suppose I will take employee number. So it is ordering in the employee number ascending. Suppose if I mention descending, it is 79347902 like this. In the descending order it is mentioning. Suppose
Doubt.
instead of the employee number, I'll say 1 here. So in this select statement, employee number is the which position? Is the first position, and employee name is the second position. So that I can mention by order by 1 descending. Or if you mention order by 1 without the descending, then it will, in the ascending order, it will change it here.
Sir, one
Suppose if
doubt.
yeah, tell me.
Sir, for the previous one, select a job count star is there, right?
Yes.
Sir, once can you execute that?
Okay.
Sir, here in the table, count star 2, 4, 3, 1, 4, right?
Yeah.
So can we arrange this accordingly, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4?
Yeah, that also possible.
How that possible?
Okay. So I will tell that order by
Count star.
got it.
How that? Okay. Acha. Okay,
Here
sir.
the logic is whatever the columns orders in the select statement. Okay. So here this is one column and this is the another column. Generally, when you see the select statement, so this is job is one column and this will come as a another column, whether it is an aggregate function or anything. Okay. Based on that, so you will make the order. So here like this, order by class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Same way, that is also I'm explaining for this only below. Okay. So here select employee number, ename is there. From EMP order by 1 means it is coming as the employee number wise ascending order. Okay. Suppose if I say 2 here, it is
Ename.
coming by ename wise, employee name column wise, it is ascending order here. See this. Okay. Suppose if we mention DESA, so what will happen? Employee name descending order. Okay. See this. Suppose first I want to mention the 1, comma 2. So 1 means in the employee number column, 2 means in the ename column. Okay. Suppose if I take salary also, then you can easily understand. So only I am executing this now here without the order by clause. So this employee number, ename, salary, it is there. Suppose if I execute only by employee number, then it is coming like this. Employee number and ename, and this is the salary. So employee number ascending order is there. Suppose I want to, yeah.
Then it's waste of using order number 1 and 2 because 1 employee number, it will arrange an ascending order.
Yes.
And at the same time, ename cannot be in ascending order, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of
So when it is
mentioning
more
order.
than columns is there, based on that you can use that. Okay.
Like how, sir?
So that's what I'm saying. So you mean to sell that only 2 columns are there. So that is like this. So then in that scenario, 1, comma 2, no use. Okay, either
No
you need
use.
to mention by employee number or employee name only.
Yes.
Both you cannot mention at a time. Like so, because only 2 columns are there here. So suppose if you mention 2, comma 1, then also that means first it will be on the employee name ascending order. After that, employee number. But here there is no much difference you can observe. But when you take this extra column, third column is there, and comma job is there. Suppose 4 columns are there. Now you can See the difference here. If I mention 1, it is on the employee number column. So after that, if I mention, I want to mention by salary column also. Okay, I'll mention salary here. First employee number wise, after that salary wise if I mention, then what will happen? It will be same only. Okay, because first employee number it will arrange in the ascending order. After that, remaining columns it is going to arrange. Okay, so in this scenario, suppose if I mention 2, salary. 2 means employee name in the ascending order. Salary, this one.
Smith.
Okay, so if I mention instead of the salary, if I say 3. Okay, employee name in the first in this ascending order. After that, salary. But once it is mentioned in the employee name, so there is no change in this columns. Salary column, it is no change because based on this employee number column only, employee name column only, it is going to arrange first.
Yes. So it is useful only for one column.
Here only data is in the employee table, data is in the unit, so that it will be either on the employee name or either on the employee number on the salary base only it is going to work. So second option is it will not useful here. But in some scenarios when you are using the multiple tables, okay. So when you are using the multiple tables, like in the joins if you are using, okay, table joins you are using, that time it will be, you can easily understand. Okay. So when joins comes, then I will explain again one more time in this order how it is going to take. Okay. But at present, when
Okay.
you are using in this same table, so it will be only for one column. Based on that column only, it is going to either it is in the ascending order or in the descending order. Okay. So when you are using the multiple tables, then you can use this order by clause based on this different column scenarios. Suppose if I take the department column also. So then we have to mention the alias names here, department D, and I want to mention the here D name, D dot D name, and here E dot employee number, E dot E name, E dot salary, and E dot job, and here last we can use the E dot the equity number. Okay, so when you are using the joins here, we have to mention the join condition also, where E dot equity number is equals to D dot DEPT number. So actually it will come under the joins topic, but still I'm using here, I will explain this. Okay, so actually this D name column is not there in the department name column, not there in the employee table. Okay, so it will be available in the department table. So how we are joining based on the department number. So department table contains department number, D name, and location. Okay, you can add a location also here so that it will be D dot LOC. So then this is the location it is coming. Okay, so now I can I want to arrange in the some order here. Order by if I take the employee number, then you have to mention E dot EMP number. Okay, so here it is coming employee number wise here. So if I want to mention salary wise, okay, so I can mention salary here, E dot salary. So ascending order it is taking. So after that I want to mention here D dot location. What will happen here? See the difference here. So now it is first is same here, salary ascending order. Okay, next D dot location it is taking. But here There is no that much data. So here also it will be same. It will first it will be salary ascending order is checking. Here you can see this. Suppose instead of the salary column, I can use the DNAME column here. DNAME and location. Now you can see the difference here. So first in the DNAME part, it is coming as a accounting. Okay. So after that research, after that sales. So same way here, location here.
Chicago.
Dallas and Chicago and New York. Okay. Okay. So here actually the data is in the individual means separate. There is no duplicates are there. Okay. So that you can you didn't feel much difference here. But when you go for the pivots or tables, there will be duplicate values will be there. So that based on that you can understand more on this part. Okay. Now we will concentrate on this. Okay. Classes. So later we will again one more time I will explain how it is going to work in the order by class. Okay. Now what is our requirement here? This is the group by class. Whenever we are using the group by class, you have to specify the one aggregate function in the select statement. So then only group by class you have to use it. Without that, suppose if I want to use the select job comma job only from EMP, group by job means it will show the error. Why it is not thrown error? So it is grouping on the job column. Okay. So previously when I use the employee number, it is throwing the error. Why?
Job. Group by employee number.
Okay. So like this, you have to differentiate the things here. Okay. So, but anyway, suppose if you are using the group by class, there must be some aggregate function you are going to use here. Okay. Compulsory, you have to use the aggregate function. Suppose if I want to use the DEPT number, comma, max of the max salary. So then here you have to use the group by DEPT number. Select department number, comma, max salary from EMP, group by department number. So without that, what it will happen? It will
Error.
show the error. Okay. Suppose if you use the only max, okay. So I want to use this.
Error.
So select max salary from EMP. You will get the answer. Okay. Okay. So only here, whenever you are using the extra columns before the aggregate function, then you must use the compulsory group by class. Suppose if I am using the DEPT number, comma, max salary, then it will throw the error. Then you must specify the group by class compulsory. Suppose if you are using the only aggregate function like this, then no need to mention this group by class. If you mention also, nothing, no problem. But when you are taking extra column here, then you have to mandatorily mention the group by class. Otherwise, it will throw the error. Okay. So here, if I want to mention extra also, department number, maximum salary, and same way minimum salary, comma, average salary. And one more, what is that? Min, max, average, and sum, comma, count. So can I use like this?
Yes.
Department number wise, this is the maximum salary, minimum salary, average salary, and sum, and this is the count. So here I want to use order by 1 if I mention. Okay, department number 10, 20, 30. After that, maximum salary, minimum salary, average salary, sum count here. So if I see this, the column names, how it is there. So what are the function name it is there, and within that, what are the column name it is taking, same it is mentioning here. Okay, so I don't want to mention like this. Suppose then I can use the max salary, min salary, and average salary. Total, you can say total, and number of employees. So what will happen now? So here column names, max salary, minimum salary, average salary, total number of employees. So like this, only these values will be only up to this session only. Okay, it will not be permanent. When you are executing, that time only it will consider as a column alias names. Okay, so this is the existing column in the table, but all these are the not existing. Only at the select time only, select clause query time only, we are mentioning these columns. Okay, so for that we are giving the alias names here. Okay, so whenever you are taking this, compulsory, suppose if I take only without the department number, okay, then these are not required. So select a maximum salary, minimum salary, average salary from EMP, then it will execute properly. But whenever you are taking the extra column before this aggregate function, so suppose if I take job here, then compulsory you have to mention the group by class. Group by job. Previously I had taken the department number. So department number wise, minimum salary, maximum salary, average salary, some more count it is coming. Now I changed the, instead of the department number, I am using the job. So here now it is converted into job wise. So clerk wise, this is the maximum salary and this is the minimum salary, average salary. So in the clerk adder, so number of employees 4 here. Salesman 4, president 1, and manager 3, analyst 2. So now as you asked, so in the order of the number of employees you want, then here you have to mention the order by which column? Shall I mention this column name here? Alias name?
No.
Okay. So this alias name it will work in this here, but it won't work in the where clause condition. These alias names, it will not work in the where clause condition. Okay. But in this order by clause it will works. Okay. Suppose if I am giving here for the job, group by job alias name is designation. But if I mention instead of the job here DESA, it will throw the error. Okay. So in the group by clause and in the where clause condition, alias names, it won't work here. Okay, in the order by class, it alias name it will consider. Okay. So here in the group by class, compulsory you have to mention this whatever the column we are taking, that original column name we have to mention here. So right query to calculate the department number wise average salary, minimum salary, maximum salary means this is the query here. Department number wise means here you can simply mention the DEPT number. Okay. So same way you can mention the DEPT number. Then it is by department number wise. If you mention the job wise, it will be on the based on the job wise. So if I want to display the department numbers and total number of employees working in each department, how will you mention that? So I want this query to be executed. Display the department numbers and total number of employees working in each department. Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow because now the time is less.